Southern Ohio Forest Rally was awesome. The forest was green and lush and reminded me of a rainforest. The roads were incredible with big blind crests and lots of tight turns. It was an amazing time. But just getting there would be a challenge, and finishing wouldn't be easy either. So this season has been challenging to say the least. We're going into the fourth rally here, and for the fourth time in a row we're a week away from leaving, and there's no running motor in the car. And yeah, it's getting kind of depressing. We plan ahead, we plan lots of extra time in the schedule so this won't happen, and here we are, another huge race. We're traveling all the way across the country and no motor whatsoever. So we're still gonna make it, gotta figure out what to do, and we'll do our best. And now what am I gonna do? So we're kind of out of options. There's not much left to do. The daily driver, which we've pulled the motor out of before and I just got running like 2 weeks ago, is pretty much the only option. It's a high mileage bone stock motor, but it does happen to be the very same motor that we won Rally Colorado on. The one good thing while we've been waiting for a motor, we have been working on the car a lot. We found out at the last race that the front struts have been blown on this car for like a year. So now we actually have working suspension. Oh, yeah, and I decided to look at the wheel bearings just kind of for grins, because they're the stock 2001 wheel bearings. I'm sure they've never been replaced. And one of them, the hub was just about to fall off. One wouldn't turn and we pulled it out. The needle bearings were all over the place. And the other one was bent for, geez, a year or more now. I knew that. It had extra camber. And then the fourth one sounded like it had sand in it. So, yeah, bearings are nice. I got the motor pulled out of the daily driver overnight, and we'd start putting performance parts back on in the morning. Thanks to the incredible help of my parents, especially my dad, we would be ready to go just in the nick of time. It was a great feeling. See you in Ohio! The drive to Chillicothe, Ohio would be another 20+ hour drive, and we'd drive straight through the night, taking turns driving and sleeping. Downtown Chillicothe was beautiful, but we were just ready to get to our luxurious accommodations. After reconnaissance the following day, we'd take a few short laps of the press stage just to see how the car was feeling. Laps of the practice stage, and car is doing awesome. Motor feels good and it's handling great, so hopefully everything's good. Mike here just gets to ride along, so he's just having some fun. There's no notes for it, so hanging on. The motor was running good and the car was handling great. Little did we know, we were about to experience the first motor hiccup of the weekend. The car seemed to clear itself out. We tried to forget about it and just move on with the race. After a quick car wash, we'd be ready to meet the fans at Park Expose. These roads out here are amazing. We're getting ready to go. I'm really pumped. Car's feeling good. So we're going to hit it hard and see what happens.
3, 2, 1.
Blind and narrow, and really took a unique driving style to really go as fast also quickly learned that any spot on the road that was a little bit wet and muddy became extremely slick. These short asphalt sections that connected the dirt roads on this rally were unique from anything I've ever driven before, and it added a really fun element to the rally. With trust in the notes and a little finesse in the mud sections, we're able to go incredibly fast. The morning stages were so much fun and they went so smooth, we were feeling awesome. The crew looked at the car, put a little fuel in it, and we were ready to go for the second half of the day. Although a lot of the road was tight and twisty, there were also a lot of high-speed sections, and our stock motor would top out at about 90 miles an hour. At the end of most of the high-speed sections, there was a tight turn you had to be ready for. As the sun began to set, we were amazed at how dark it was once we entered the forest. As the stages went into the night, it just continued to get darker and darker. Even though it was getting dark, it didn't stop the fans from coming out in force. It was great to see them out there. In the dark, with the big crests and all the blind turns, maximum trust in your co-driver and his notes was critically important.
Right 4, left 2 less long. 30, right 5 plus. 30, turn, right 4 plus, turn, right 3 over small.
The darker it got, the more fans seemed to appear.
50. Right 6 over long crest.
The night stages were incredible. Mike and I had so much fun, and the car was running great. Little did we know, the car was about to stumble again as we pulled into the pits. But we were so happy, we didn't care. Yeah, we made it one day. The motor's running. Happy to be here. And looking forward to tomorrow. The roads are great. Driving at night's crazy out here in the woods. But it was freaking awesome. Love it. Woohoo!
We almost hit a ski jump really far, but Dave backed out though.
We noted it as a go for it, and we were like halfway up about to launch to the moon, and decided that was not a good idea, which it was not, so it worked out well.
Take 2.
Day 1 went really well. We're sitting 4th overall. We're first in class by over 3 minutes, and we got a really good buffer in front of us and behind us. So today's really all about finishing and getting the car to the end. So we're just gonna do what we can, try not to set any records, and see you at the finish. This stage would start with a fairly long asphalt section, and it's amazing how much quicker the car is running on asphalt rather than dirt. with all the ridge lines and drop-offs.
Right 4 long, opens into small
Not too far in, we get the first engine cut in the middle of the stage.
30. Stalled. Stalled. 30. Right 4 plus with a small crest, very long.
As the roads got slick, the leader of the rally slid wide on a turn and went off into the forest. All we could see was a cloud of smoke, but the co-driver was standing there with the OK sign, so we knew both drivers were okay and we were good to continue. We noted the mileage where they went off so that we could tell the finish workers where they were at and that they were okay. Pulling into time control for the next stage, the motor would start having major issues. Then again, when we pulled up to the start line, it would just die.
194, 1636.
I kept my foot on the gas to keep the revs up, just waiting for our start time. Even though we were smelling really rich exhaust, I was hoping it would just make it to the end. As soon as we got going, it felt great again, until we hit turn 1. Every turn we went through, the car kept trying to stall out and die, so I had to keep the revs up and my shifts quick.
Small crest, 70. Turn left 4 minus on the tarmac. 30 left 5.
With so much engine trouble, I was having trouble focusing on the notes. It was all I could do just to get it to the finish of the stage. Sections and steep uphills would have the stock motor pushed to its limits, but we had to keep going and hope for the best. We'd even pass one of the faster open class cars on stage who was having apparent issues. The second pass of the stage, a lot of mud got drug out onto the asphalt, which made it very slippery, and we almost went wide into a ditch. Thanks to Caleb Hood, here's what the spectators saw. With all the motor issues, we just wanted to get to the end, and then came the really heavy rains.
Left 4 minus long, opens. Stay right over crest, 50. Left 5 minus.
Even with taking it easy, in the really slippery conditions, we were still setting top stage times.
Right 5 minus over crest, caution tightens, 4 minus deceptive in the finish.
Rallies wouldn't be possible without an army of volunteers who come out and brave the conditions to support the sport they love.
Thanks for being out here.
The last couple stages, we were really freaking out. We came into the stage start, and the car just died. And then we started it to go to the start line, and it died again. And then mid-turn, it was dying, just putting the clutch in, going for shifts. So it was really frustrated. So we're really excited to be here. We got the super special stage, and one more, and we're done. Super special stages are set up for the fans. It makes a lot of racing in a small area, so they can see a lot of what's going on. These stages generally don't have an effect on the overall race, but it's good times for all. By the end of the stage, we found out that we had a left front caliper that was seized and had been eating through the rotor. Despite all the frustrations and challenges, we would end out first place in the open lights class. We would set the fastest open lights stage time on every single stage. And we were the first open lights car to get on the Ohio National Podium in 3rd place overall.
In 3rd place overall, 2018 Southern Ohio Forest Rally, team of Dave Brown and Michael Brown.
Yeah!
Congratulations.
The roads and fans were amazing, and Mike and I had an incredibly good time in Ohio. And we can't say enough for our crew for volunteering and coming out and supporting us and having a good time.